What's up, YouTube? It's Joel here. Stimulus is already hitting bank accounts. I'm going to show you how to track your stimulus payment and also what you need to know if you haven't received your stimulus yet and what to do about it. Also, we are going to go over who qualifies for stimulus, money for dependents, SSI, and SSDI. And if you were supposed to receive a stimulus check and haven't, for you or your dependents, like the previous $600 stimulus checks or even the $1,200 stimulus checks, we're going to go over all that as well and how you can get that money that's owed to you. Also, there is one more thing that we're going to go over, and that is
the debt collectors
and them taking your stimulus money and what you need to know about it and what you can do about it. But hey, since so many people have already received their stimulus checks, why don't you smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm? It really means a lot. It helps the channel out a whole bunch to grow and help more people out. Also, I just want to say thank you to all the subscribers watching. If you're not subscribed, please do, and I promise you'll benefit from watching this channel. Wow, so many people are already receiving their stimulus checks. This is huge. Most people thought it would be months or even going into the summer before we even saw these checks being sent out, let alone hitting our bank accounts. But with budget reconciliation, they were able to get this bill passed, and literally without any Republican support. I mean, like literally no Republican voted for this bill. Granted, they are saying it's a Democratic wish list and that it's not going to pandemic relief. Well, the state of the matter is the bill has been signed and passed. So let's move forward. So with the stimulus payments being sent out, they are sent out in waves. So what that means is that every couple of days, essentially a new batch is going to be sent out to Americans. Determining on when you filed your taxes, where you live, your tax status, and so on will determine how fast you are going to see that stimulus check in your bank account. Most people will be receiving their stimulus in less than a week, and then finishing off in the next 2 to 3 weeks. If you're an adult, you will be getting $1,400. And if you're a dependent, well, guess what? You're also going to get $1,400. Well, actually, the people claiming you are going to be getting the $1,400. But it is $1,400 across the board for adults and dependents. There is no cap on the amount of dependents, and also there is no age limit on the dependents. You can claim to receive the full $1,400 per dependent. To track your stimulus payment, I've put in the description below a link that will take you to the actual government website to track your stimulus payment. On this Get My Payment website, hit the button that's labeled Get My Payment. Then go through the steps, enter in your information to see when you will be getting your stimulus payment. Now remember that those that have already filed their 2020 taxes, those will get their stimulus payments faster. So pertaining to getting your stimulus check, the current one, do these steps if you want to know when it's actually going to hit your bank account. Now, if you were supposed to get the $600 stimulus check or even the $1,200 stimulus check and you still haven't received those funds yet, then what you need to do is file for the recovery rebate credit. So if you're working with a tax professional and have already filed your 2020 taxes and didn't do the recovery rebate credit, then reach back out to them and have them amend your tax return to get that put in there so that you can get the stimulus that's owed to you. Also, if you haven't filed your taxes yet, then when you file, make sure you use that recovery rebate credit to get any stimulus that's owed to you. For those that are essentially a non-filer, whether you're on SSDI or retired, then you can use this tool to make sure that your information gets put into the system and you get the stimulus that's owed to you. The link to that tool is down in the description. Using this free file online lookup tool, you're going to answer a few questions, and then it's going to take you to present you with an options to free file, so to make sure that you get your information into the system so that the IRS knows how much stimulus to send you. Choose one of these options and file your taxes, and these tools will ask you about how much stimulus you have received and how much you haven't received. They will automatically do the recovery rebate credit for you to make sure that you get all the stimulus that was allocated for you. Now, if you have not filed your taxes yet, then the IRS will use your 2019 taxes to determine how much stimulus you should get. Now, if you made less in 2020, then you should file immediately, so that way you can get more stimulus in your pocket. Now, if you are on SSI or SSDI, remember, you're gonna automatically be receiving the full stimulus check of $1,400 deposited to you in the current format that you are already receiving your funds, whether that's direct deposit or by mail. Also, I've included a link down in the description to a stimulus check calculator so that you can see how much you're supposed to receive for this stimulus. So one big question everyone is asking right now is, what about debt collection? What about those debt collectors? Previously, with the stimulus checks that the Americans that received before, debt collectors were not allowed to take that money because those were passed as a bill with 60 votes in the Senate as a normal way of passing a bill. But now, since this relief package was passed via budget reconciliation, this changes everything. The same rules don't apply in terms to previous checks as it does this current checks in terms of debt collectors getting your stimulus money. A group led by the American Bankers Association wrote in a letter to congressional leaders, and this is what they had to say, and I quote, "We believe it is imperative that Congress ensure that these next stimulus payments are treated as benefits subject to the federal exemption from garnishment." With this in place, there are going to be a ton of Americans that really need relief right now, but won't be able to get it. Imagine you are behind on your bills, debt collectors are after you, and then finally a sign of relief, and then the debt collectors take it before you even see it. Actually, right now, Oregon Senator Ron Wyden, chairman of the Senate Finance Committee, said that he intends to file separate legislation to do just that. And that is keep the debt collectors from taking these stimulus checks from Americans. Since checks have already been sent out so quickly, there are going to be some that unfortunately won't get helped out if this new legislation comes into play. But hopefully they can pass it quickly so that people that really need some help can actually get some help. If you have any questions, please ask them down in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer all your questions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay up to date. See some really cool stuff with this channel, ways of increasing your wealth, making some real money, budget management in terms of your finances, and so much more. This is Joel with True Life Investing. Until next time, peace out.